John chapter 11 records the death of Lazarus. Lazarus and his sisters, Mary and Martha, were Jesus' dear friends, and Jesus loved them. He repeatedly visited their home in Bethany on the outskirts of Jerusalem. But Jesus had been avoiding Jerusalem for some time because the Jews sought to kill him. But his time had not yet come. Naturally, when Lazarus fell sick unexpectedly, his sisters called for Jesus. Although he came, he delayed his coming by 2 days, during which Lazarus died. When Jesus, knowing that Lazarus was dead, told his disciples that he intended to go to Jerusalem, they reminded him of the threat that hung over him there. But Jesus had a greater purpose in mind. Upon his arrival, Jesus found Mary and Martha in grief over his passing, and Jesus himself was grieved by the sorrow surrounding the death of his friend. Amid his own grief, Jesus ministered to the others who were grieving, speaking to Martha of a coming resurrection. Now, most of the Jews had long lived in expectation that the faithful of God would participate in a resurrection after their death, and they had a term for it. They called it the life to come. But what evidence had anyone up until Lazarus that this was not just an empty hope? Jesus said to Martha, "I am the resurrection and the life. Whoever believes in me, though he die, yet shall he live. And everyone who lives and believes in me shall never die." Please consider 4 quick points. First, Jesus did what Jesus always does. He acts with compassion on those who believe on him. But this time, compassion reaches new heights, healing the heartbroken by raising their loved one from the dead. Second, Jesus showed that he is, in fact, the resurrection, just as he said, and that he has power over death. Third, he foreshadowed his own resurrection from the dead that would be happening in just a few days. And fourth, by his resurrection, he paved the way for all those who die in him to participate in a greater resurrection unto the life to come. As he said, "Everyone who lives and believes in me shall never die." So the resurrection is no longer an abstraction or something distant. Resurrection was very near to Mary and Martha. It was very near to Lazarus. It was very near to Jesus. And after this astonishing event, resurrection is very near to all of us who believe in him and make ourselves his friends. For that reason, as Paul wrote, we do not want you to be uninformed, brothers, about those who are asleep, that you may not grieve as others who have no hope. The resurrection of Lazarus, and especially that of Jesus, minister even now with a message of hope to his friends who are heartbroken, and it stands as a beacon of hope for the unbeliever.